1 week in Poland. News, comments, events, everything you need to know about the country you live in. Hello everybody, welcome to a new episode of 1 Week in Poland, the information service made in IMI Radio, which brings you through the news of the week. My name is Fabio Turco, I'm a journalist, I live in Warsaw. In the first part of the broadcast I will get you know about the more general news happened in the last 7 days in the country, while in the second part we'll be more focused about Warsaw, the news and events about the capital city, what you can do, how you can hang out during the weekend. This very hot weekend, really. So I hope you are ready. I'm sure you are ready. So we can start. So we start with the first news. The Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk has announced the new project concerning the Central Transportation Hub, CPK, so-called in Polish Central Port Komunikacyjny, which was planned by the previous government. The CPK was the Law and Justice government's multi-billion zloty flagship project to build a massive transport hub located in Baranów, between Warsaw and the central city of Łódź, that would encompass a brand new airport with rail and road links. Last year, NIK, the country's state audit office, warned that the project lacked a full business justification. Thus, the new government decided that the entire project would be examined in a transparent way by experts. On Wednesday, Mr. Donald Tusk announced that the airport would be created, adding that it would be the most advanced facility in Europe, able to handle up to 34 million passengers annually. The cost of the project is estimated at 131 billion zloty, around 30 billion euro, and construction is expected to be completed in 2031. The Prime Minister said that in order to minimize the scale of expropriations, the new project did not involve the construction of new railway routes intersecting at the CPK site, so as it was expected according to the previous project. We propose rail routes that will connect all bigger Polish cities, a relatively dense network serving real streams of passengers, he said. The construction is expected to begin with a high-speed rail line linking Warsaw, Łódź and the western cities of Poznań and Wrocław. The government has pledged to support when necessary regional airports, adding that the Warsaw Modern Airport would be extended and modernized for low-cost and charter airlines and provided with a train connection as well. Also, the Chopin Airport, the first airport in Warsaw, should be kept alive. Then we pass to the second news. A large majority in the Sejm, the lower chamber of the Polish parliament, has approved a change to Poland's rape law that would make it a crime to engage in sexual intercourse without the consent of the other person. The current law, which dates back to 1932, defines rape as an act that subjects another person to sexual intercourse by force, unlawful threats or deception. It does not specify lack of consent as a criterion. That has resulted in rulings such as one in 2020, in which a man was acquitted of raping a 14-year-old girl because the judge accepted his argument that the fact she did not scream during the act meant that the perpetrator did not use violence. 335 members of the 460-seat Sejm voted in favor of a proposal by Lewica, the left, one of the groups that make up Poland's ruling coalition, to define sexual intercourse with a lack of conscious and voluntary consent as rape. Most of those votes came from the ruling coalition, whose members range from the left to the center-right. The only major party to vote entirely against the measure was the far-right Confederacja. The National Conservative Law and Justice, which constitutes the main opposition group, was divided. 94 of its parliamentarians voted in favor of changing the law, 26 were opposed, while 47 abstained, and 22 did not participate in the vote. Having been approved by the Sejm, the bill now passes to the upper house, Senate, where the government also has a majority and which can in any case only delay this and suggest amendments to legislation. Once passed by Parliament, the bill goes to the desk of President Andrzej Duda, conservative law and justice ally, who can sign it into law, veto it, or pass it to the Constitutional Court for assessment. Now we passed the third news. Prime Minister Donald Tusk, who met Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in Brussels on Thursday, has said that he has set up a bilateral meeting with the Ukrainian President in Warsaw prior to the NATO summit in July. The Union has understood what Poles have known since the outbreak of this war. The defense of Ukraine is the defense of Europe, Tusk posted on the X platform before taking part in the European Council meeting. While on his visit to Brussels, the Ukrainian president signed a security agreement with European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen and European Council President Charles Michel. In the agreement, the European Union commits to the provision of political, financial, economic, humanitarian, military and diplomatic backing for Ukraine as long as it is necessary. According to resolution of 2023, NATO summit in Vilnius, agreements of this kind provide a guarantee of Western allies backing for Ukraine. Also, the United States and Japan have signed similar treaties. In total, 17 countries have already signed similar documents. Mr. Donald Tusk said in Brussels that Poland is completing the draft, which will be signed shortly. Polish citizens will be able to travel to China without a visa for a period not exceeding 15 days from July 1st until the end of 2025, a Chinese foreign minister spokesperson has said. The announcement was made by Mao Ning during a press conference in Beijing on Tuesday. This is one of the outcomes of the official visit of the Polish President Andrzej Duda in China. Mao Ning said that China had decided to broaden the list of countries eligible for visa-free access in order to enhance people-to-people exchanges with other nations. The expanded list now includes Poland, New Zealand, and Australia. She added that nationals of the three countries would be able to travel to China without a visa for a period of up to 15 days as of July 1st until the end of 2025. Mao Ning also said that the other type of visas had remained unchanged. On Monday, Poland's President Andrzej Duda had announced China's plans to launch a visa-free scheme for Polish citizens, so he confirmed this decision. Duda made the statement after the meeting with the Chinese President Xi Jinping. I'm really very pleased as the possibility of personal communication is extremely important to me, Mr. Andrzej Duda said. The European Commission has paid out 697.5 million euro to Poland for investment in the energy sector. Poland is one of 10 countries which have received a total of nearly 3 billion euro for this purpose. The most funds, slightly over 1 billion euro from the Modernization Fund, were allocated to Romania by the European Commission. Financial support for the same purpose was also given to Bulgaria, Croatia, the Czech Republic, Estonia, Hungary, Latvia, Lithuania, and Slovakia. European Union grants were awarded to a total of 39 energy projects from 10 European countries. The financial resources, the highest in the history of the Modernization Fund, will be primarily allocated to investment in renewable energy sources, the installation of photovoltaic systems, the reduction of greenhouse gas emissions in industry and transportation, the development of district heating systems, and the modernization of infrastructure for charging heavy vehicles. The Modernization Fund was established to support the poorest European Union countries in transitioning to climate neutrality. Its beneficiaries currently include 13 countries. As of January 2024, Greece, Portugal, and Slovenia have joined the group of countries eligible to apply for investment. Poland is gearing up for the launch of a long-awaited deposit refund system for plastic bottles from 2025 in an effort to boost recycling. Consumers will be encouraged to recycle by being offered refunds on return containers. Earlier this week, beverage industry executives got together to discuss the benefits and challenges of the project. The deposit system is designed to help significantly reduce environmental pollution from beverage packaging, but also to ensure that what we manage to collect is then recycled, said Andrzej Gantner of the Polish Federation of Food Producers. Beverage producers have been tasked with putting the system into operation. The initiative is aimed at encouraging consumers to recycle by offering refunds on return containers. Polish Deputy Climate and Environment Minister Anita Sowinska underscored the system's aim to protect the environment, aligning with the European Union's push for a circular economy and reduced waste production. And now we pass to the cultural page, cultural but also fun page. The Millennium Hall Cultural and Shopping Center in the Polish city of Rzeszów is now showcasing what is being celebrated as Europe's largest Lego exhibition. The exhibition includes a spaceship inspired of the TIE fighter from Star Wars, a 3-meter Statue of Liberty, scenes from Harry Potter and the Addams Family, a detailed map of Europe with star constellation, dinosaurs, and a replica of the Venus of Milo. Titled The Invasion of the Giants, the exhibition features 70 premiere models and hundreds of constructions made from nearly 5 million Lego bricks, sprawling over 1,000 square meters. Organizer and creator Rafał Szymanski described the event as unprecedented in its scale and ambition. The tallest structure exceeds 3 meters, and the largest model, a model of a city, comprises nearly 750,000 pieces. The preparation of these intricate models is a months-long process involving a meticulous design, brick acquisition through the special auctions across Europe and beyond, and painstaking assembly, state news agency PAP reported. Currently, 8 different Lego exhibitions are being held in cities like Barcelona, Madrid, Rome, and Venice. Each features a unique supermodel in Rzeszów. This is a 3-meter high TI. So that was the cultural page, and now we approach to the sport page. As you can imagine, we will speak about football. You remember the last week we spoke about the elimination of the Polish national team, but still there was one game to be played yet. Poland drew 1-1 with France in the final game at Euro 2024, having already crashed, as said, out of the European Championship. The French captain Kylian Mbappé put France 1-0 up from a penalty in 56 minutes of the game, but Robert Lewandowski equalized by converting another penalty in the minutes 79. Poland goalkeeper Łukasz Skorupski, who denied the French side on multiple occasions, was named man of the match. The draw with the world runners-up allowed Poland to save face after the national squad early exit. The Poles were beaten 1-2 by the Dutch in their opening game and lost 1-3 to Austria in their second Group D game. So Poland finished last in their group and failed to advance to the knockout stage of the tournament with just 1 point from the 3 group games. Austria finished at the top with 6 points ahead of France with 5 points and the Netherlands in third place with 4. Poland boss Michał Probierz will keep his job even despite this result. The country football chief Cezary Kulesza has said, "We have full confidence in the head coach and are happy with his work, which is why we made this decision," stated Kulesza. He added, "As a fan, I expect the team to win its matches. The National League is ahead of us, as well as the World Cup draw in December. So we have many matches, many games ahead." This is my comment. "Ahead of us. We hope that the national team will improve and will be unbeatable." And that's why now we are going to listen the first song of today, Armia by the Armia Niezwyciężone, so unbeatable. And this is the song which marks our break. But stay with us, because in the second part of the broadcast we'll speak about Warsaw. See you later.
Jak ogień spadasz na zdobycz, ofiarą jestem ja. I piórem z twojego skrzydła na wodzie rysuję ślad. Posłuchaj jeszcze raz, tobie wiatr, oddaję ci swój czas i czekam na znak. Hej, hej, niezwyciężony, hej, hej, poznać się daj. Hej, hej, niezwyciężony, hej, hej, wstawaj i walcz. Podobno pomagasz nieść ciężar wszystkiego nie śmieci, o tak. Podobno mieszkasz tak blisko, najbliżej jak tylko się da. Posłuchaj jeszcze raz, tobie wiatr, oddaję ci swój czas i czekam na znak. Hej, hej, niezwyciężony, hej, hej, poznać się daj. Hej, hej, niezwyciężony, hej, hej, wstawaj i walcz.
Welcome back to 1 week in Poland. This is the second part of the broadcast. And as promised, I will tell you what to do, during the weekend, what are the most interesting events, and how you can hang out. The summer is hitting, the heat is hitting, pardon for this word joke. It's, I think, 31 degrees right now. For tomorrow, 35 are forecasted. So probably the most of you will be wondering how we can spend these sunny days. So I'm here to give you some advices. And the first advice I want to give you is about a new museum that actually was open in the last month. This is something that probably would be interesting for the aged people, and this is the Warsaw Arcade Museum. This is an interactive museum that opening its doors at the beginning of June, and it's home to over 120 vintage video games, according to the report stated by the same museum. It chronicles the evolution of video games from 1970s to the present day, and is among the few dedicated retro game sites in Central and Eastern Europe. The venue allows visitors to play on original arcade machines from 1970s and 1980s. We showcase the history of video game development from the earliest arcade games like Space Invaders and Asteroids through the golden era of arcades in the 1970s, 1980s and 1990s. The museum's founder Marcin Moszczyński told to the PAP news agency. He stressed that all the games in the collection are original. We are an interactive museum allowing visitors to use all the arcade machine and embark on a nostalgic journey through times, he said. So this is perfect for the families. So it's also a fantastic site for family bonding, where fathers from the 40 plus generation can introduce their children to the games that once fascinated them. The collection includes iconic titles such as Asteroids, Space Invaders, Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, and the first Super Mario Bros. If you want to enjoy and you want to try the arcade museum, you can find it in Aleje Jerozolimskie 200. And now some proposal from the website culture.pl to escape the heat of the summer days, but not in Warsaw, just close to Warsaw. These are 4 places to visit in one day for a cultural trip. Cultural, but you can do also something else around. And culture.pl proposed this article, and it's divided in some proposal for the people interested in architecture. For example, the first choice is Otwock, a small town in the southeast of Warsaw. It's a former health resort and vacation hotspot with stunning wooden villas that give a glimpse into Poland's pre-war past. Many of the villas are unique as they combine Polish wooden manor architecture with elements of alpine lodges. The unique architectural style, called Schwiedermeier, was invented by Polish illustrator and painter Michał Elwiro Andrioli, who first designed such villa for himself. Soon, his neighbors wanted one just like his, and by the turn of the last century, Otwock had several hundred villas in the same style. One of the buildings, Uzdrowisko Górewicza, this translation is Górewicz Health Resort at number 6 of ulica Street Armia Krajowa, is actually one of the biggest wooden structures in Poland. For the history, for the passionate of history, there is Gerardów, for a unique factory town that is one of the least known and most worthwhile destination near Warsaw. Located 50 kilometers from the capital city, it's around a 30-minute train ride. It's the only preserved industrial town in Europe from the turn of the 20th century. Back in the 19th century, Gerardów was a very international place where you could encounter not just Poles and Jews, but also Germans, Czechs, Englishmen, Scots, and Irishmen. The town really came into its own in the second half of the 19th century when two German entrepreneurs expanded a linen factory into an idealized industrial town, together with worker tenement buildings, manager villas, churches for both Catholics and Protestant, a hospital, school, and a kindergarten that has functioned since 1875 to today. The red brick town survived both wars almost entirely intact and offers a glimpse into the age of Europe's industrial past. If you enjoy urban design and old buildings in different states of disrepair, Gerardów is the place for you. Another route is to Żelazowa Wola, the birthplace of the legendary composer and musician Frédéric Chopin. So as you can imagine, this route is designed for music lovers. Żelazowa Wola is 40 minutes west of Warsaw and features the manor house where Chopin was born in 1810 and a beautiful landscaped park where speakers hidden in the bushes emanate the composer's music. During the weekends, visitors can also listen to live piano concert. Yet, despite its long history, if you want to learn Chopin's full history, don't go to the birthplace with high expectation. Culture.pl state, I would say very honestly, Chopin spent less than 1 year in that house before the family moved to Warsaw. Even though he often returned to visit the family in Żelazowa Wola and even gave private concert there, the tour of the carefully restored manor house will take no more than 20 minutes. However, the surrounding musical park is really a very pleasant way to spend the day. And if you want to learn more about the composer, combine this trip with a visit to the Frédéric Chopin Museum in Warsaw. The last proposal is for art lovers. Located 1 hour and a half south of Warsaw, the Center of Polish Sculpture in Orążko is an impressive, ever-evolving museum complex where you can see examples of Polish sculpture from the second half of the 20th century, as well as some earlier pieces displayed in the center's main museum, separate galleries, and park. The history of Orążko goes back to the 19th century. Polish painter Józef Brandt, who often visited his family estate there and brought along young artists and art students, creating the first semblance of a Polish artist colony. Yet Orążko didn't become an official sculpture center until the 1960s, when the park hosted the first open-air sculpture exhibition. Every year, over 200 Polish and foreign artists come here to use the sculpting studios and create new work. So this is really something which deserves a visit. And now we go to the part dedicated to music. Actually, there is only one music suggestion for today. The events will be held today night at Nocny Market, in the night market in Towarowa Street number 3, starting at 9 p.m. There will be a concert from the Delicious Music series, and it will be held by Mateusz Holak. Mateusz Holak is a really very versatile artist, songwriter, musician, producer, graphic artist, cover artist, designer, and tattoo artist. he can boost numerous successes in each of these fields. As a musician, he co-created many music projects, included Kumka Owik, Małe Miasto, and Holaki. He wrote lyrics and produced recording for numerous artists and created covers for many renewed bands. However, he achieved his greatest success as a solo artist, being invited to the largest festivals in Poland, including Open Air, Polish Hip Hop Festival, and the Fest Festival, and also guest in the songs of other rappers. His latest album, Saska Boutique, was released at the end of January of 2024, and we will hear numerous guests on it. So I invite to go to Nocny Market tonight to hear the songs and the music from Mateusz Holak. The second event I want to advise is for tomorrow. Actually, there is music, but it's not a concert. It's really something specific. It's an open air techno yoga session in Warsaw. It will be held in Jastów Street number 2 at Instalacja Art Bistro, starting at 7 p.m. This is an event is organized by Techno Yoga Poland, the yoga teacher Patricia and the DJ Vigilant. So it's a mix between yoga, deep meditation, DJ sets, body art, and interactive activities. So there is a schedule. Body art part start around 7 p.m. until 7:30. Techno yoga start immediately after 7:30 until 8:25. After that will be the meditation part. So I invite you to have this experience tomorrow at Instalacja Art Bistro in Jastów Street. This was the last advice, the last proposal for today. And I leave you for this week. Thank you for being with us. I invite you to stay with IMI Radio at 2 p.m. There is shooting backstage with Natalie Czech. Thank you to Michał for the technical assistance. As usual, I leave you with a song. This is a song by Mateusz Holak with Julia Posznik. I think it's in topic. Wakacje w Polsce. So it's holidays in Poland. See you in 7 days and enjoy the weather. Bye bye.
Wakacje, chcę tylko odetchnąć.
Jedziemy do Bydgoszczy,
W sumie wszystko jedno.
mam w głowie fajny przeciąg.
Jak wyjadę na miesiąc,
Samochodem
możemy twoją Teslą. Wakacje, chcę tylko odetchnąć.
pojedźmy nad morze,
Byle było ciepło.
mam w głowie fajny
Jak
przeciąg.
wyjadę na miesiąc,
Jakbym malował
chcę
pociąg.
z tobą liczyć bankroll. Wakacje w Polsce,
to tylko 2 miesiące. Dlaczego ciągle nie wiem, kiedy będę miała wolne? Zanim zwątpię, chcę z tobą gdzieś pojechać. 9000 jezior, my i rowery wodne. Wakacje, ale nie w Warszawie.
dzisiaj z niej uciekam.
Urlopu nie doczekam,
Wyjazdy biznesowe,
to nie moja branża.
o kasie nie rozmawiam. No i bajka, pojadę sobie na rowerze.
Pogadać z moją babcią,
Posiedzę se na drzewie,
zaproszę na herbatkę,
może nawet ciebie.
naleweczkę.
Chętnie.
Ja pierdolę, to jest śmieszne.